The Minotaur of Crete, a tale of betrayal and heroism. The Minotaur of Crete, a story of betrayal, curses, and an epic labyrinth. Don't forget to subscribe to Creando Abundancia. Welcome to Creando Abundancia. If you love mythology, legends, and the deep, dark secrets of the past, then make sure to subscribe because today we're diving into one of the most fascinating myths of all time, the story of the Minotaur. This is not just a tale of a monster trapped in a maze. It's a saga of betrayal, lust, curses, brilliant minds, and a hero's ultimate challenge. Stay until the end, because this story takes unexpected twists that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Greek mythology. It all begins on the ancient island of Crete, a place of wonder and power, ruled by King Minos, a man who sought to prove his right to the throne not by wisdom or battle, but by a divine sign. Minos, ambitious and ruthless, prayed to Poseidon, the god of the sea, asking for a sign that he was the rightful ruler of Crete. In response, Poseidon, in all his divine majesty, sent a breathtakingly beautiful snow-white bull, a beast so perfect that it seemed sculpted by the gods themselves. The deal was simple. Minos was supposed to sacrifice the bull in honor of Poseidon, as a symbol of his devotion and gratitude. But power and greed do strange things to men. The moment Minos laid eyes on the bull, he knew he couldn't let such a magnificent creature go to waste. Instead of sacrificing it, he kept it and offered another bull in its place, thinking he could outsmart a god. Big mistake. Poseidon was no fool, and he did not take betrayal lightly. If Minos would not sacrifice the bull, Poseidon would turn the bull into a curse. But the god of the sea was not content with a simple punishment. He wanted something twisted, something that would humiliate Minos for generations. And so, Poseidon cast a spell upon Minos' wife, Queen Pasiphae. Under the god's wrathful influence, Pasiphae was struck with an uncontrollable, unnatural desire for the bull. Her mind twisted, her body burned with longing, and her soul was consumed by a love that was never meant to be. She was desperate, tormented, lost in an obsession that could not be cured. And here is where the genius of Daedalus comes into play. Daedalus, the legendary craftsman, the man whose mind could turn the impossible into reality. A genius, but also a man who understood that when a king or queen asked for something, refusal was not an option. Pasiphae, in her madness, sought out Daedalus and demanded that he help her fulfill her unholy desire. Daedalus, fearing the wrath of the queen, fearing what might happen if he refused, constructed a hollow wooden cow covered in real cowhide. It was a grotesque, ingenious invention, a deception that would allow Pasiphae to crawl inside and be taken by the bull without anyone suspecting. And so it happened. The Queen of Crete, under Poseidon's curse, consummated her unnatural love, and from this dark union, a creature was born. A beast, a monster, a child neither fully human nor fully bull, a creature that would soon become the shame and horror of the royal family. They named it Asterion at birth, but history would know him by another name, the Minotaur. As the Minotaur grew, so did its appetite. It was not a normal child, and soon it could not be fed by normal means. Its hunger was unnatural, insatiable. It craved flesh. The people whispered. The palace trembled. Minos, humiliated and desperate, turned once again to Daedalus, the man who had already crafted deception for his wife, now tasked with crafting a prison for his son. And so, the labyrinth was born, an architectural marvel, an engineering nightmare, a place designed to confuse, to trap, to ensure that once inside, there would be no escape. It was said that the walls moved, that the paths shifted, that even Daedalus himself could barely navigate it without leaving clues. The Minotaur was cast into its depths, hidden from the world, fed only by a dark, twisted tradition that would haunt Crete for years to come. But here's where things take another dark turn. Because Crete was not just a powerful island, it was an empire, and Minos ruled with an iron fist. After a war with Athens, he demanded a gruesome tribute. Every 9 years, Athens had to send 7 young men and 7 young women to Crete. They were not going as guests. They were not going to return. They were sent to the labyrinth, to be hunted, to be devoured by the Minotaur. This continued for years, a brutal cycle of sacrifice and terror, until one man said enough. His name was Theseus, Prince of Athens, a hero in the making. He could not stand by as his people were sent to die. He volunteered to go, not as a victim, but as a warrior. He vowed to kill the beast and end the tribute once and for all. Arriving in Crete, Theseus caught the eye of Ariadne, the daughter of Minos. She was young, intelligent, and above all, in love. She could not bear to see Theseus walk into the labyrinth and never return. And so, she turned against her own father, against her own kingdom, and offered Theseus the key to survival: a simple ball of thread. "Tie one end at the entrance," she whispered, "and unravel it as you go. When you find the Minotaur, kill it and follow the thread back to safety." And so, the final chapter begins. Theseus stepping into the labyrinth, heart pounding, muscles tense, eyes scanning the ever-shifting maze. He ventured deeper, deeper, until the walls seemed to close in, until the air felt heavy, until he heard it, the deep, guttural breathing of the Minotaur. The battle was brutal. The Minotaur was not just a beast, it was fury incarnate, the embodiment of rage, hunger, and despair. It charged, its horns aiming to gut Theseus where he stood. But Theseus was fast, skilled, trained for battle. He dodged, he struck, and after a battle that shook the very foundation of the labyrinth, he drove his blade deep into the creature's heart. The beast fell. The curse was broken. Theseus followed the thread, emerged from the maze, and escaped Crete with Ariadne by his side. But even here, the story takes another cruel twist. Theseus, after everything, abandoned Ariadne on the island of Naxos. Some say it was the will of the gods. Others say it was a betrayal. But one thing is certain, the girl who had risked everything for love was left alone, her heart shattered, her fate forever changed. Minos, enraged at the betrayal of his daughter, turned his wrath upon Daedalus, the man who had built the labyrinth, the man who knew too much. He imprisoned Daedalus and his son Icarus, locking them away in a tower. But Daedalus was not just a builder. He was a man who defied limitations. He fashioned wings of wax and feathers, a desperate escape plan. They took flight, soaring over the sea. But Icarus, intoxicated by freedom, flew too close to the sun. The wax melted, and he plummeted into the ocean, leaving Daedalus to escape alone, haunted by his own brilliance and tragedy. The story of the Minotaur is not just a myth. It is a tale of power, of betrayal, of gods who punish and humans who suffer. It is a warning, a legend, a tragedy wrapped in the illusion of heroism. And if you've made it this far, then you are one of the few who truly understand its depth. Subscribe to Creando Abundancia, because myths like these hold secrets that are still waiting to be uncovered. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll unravel another legend even darker than this one. Until then, stay curious, stay questioning, and never forget, history is written by the victors, but the truth is always waiting in the shadows.